What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. You're with Chris, and today I'll be sharing with you all my reading possibilities for September, which I think is going to end up being an epic month. Now let's take a look at what I've got lined up, subject to change because these days I am a bit of a mood reader, so it may change. I may bring in other books, but these are some of the books that I'm really looking forward to. So let's kick it off with the first one, which is going to be Ordinary Grace by William Kent Krueger. This one has intrigued me. There is nothing but good things said about it on BookTube and social media. What interests me as well is that the group of booktubers, the Illuminati, made up of John over at Talking Story, Brian over at BellTube, Dr. Philip Chase, and Mike from Mike's Book Reviews. This is their book club pick for their quarterly get-together, and I thought, me being a FOMO reader sometimes, fear of missing out, I wanted to really give this a go because it looks very, very interesting. It chronicles small-town life. It has coming of age, which are all really good ingredients for what I think would be a great read, and more importantly, I wanted to be done with this one in time for the live chat that they put on so that I can contribute my own thoughts about the book as well, because I am really looking forward to it, and I have prioritized it to start it on September 1st. Okay, another one I've prioritized that I'm really looking forward to, and I have been putting it off, and that is Tress of the Emerald Sea, one of Brandon Sanderson's secret project books, which is told from the viewpoint of Hoyd, that world hopper who is one of my favorite characters in the entire Cosmere. And John from Talking Story actually recommended this one on his channel and couldn't praise it enough. The prose is meant to be brilliant and captivating and just so well written that I can't not read it, and I have been putting it off long enough, and I'm really looking forward to getting stuck in. Okay, this was to be an August read, but because I was in a reading slump, it did delay things a little bit. But I am going to be having a go at Of Blood and Fire by Ryan Cahill, his first book in the Bound and the Broken series. After reading his prequel novella The Fall, I was captivated by the writing, and just really want to explore this series because it gets such rave reviews on BookTube and social media. It is so high regarded, and it's talked about in a very positive light because Ryan Cahill is a self-published author who is very, very prolific. He works very, very quickly. He gets the books out very, very quickly, and has the respect of a very wide and loyal readership, and that's a bandwagon I want to jump on. So I'll be making every effort to get to this one in September as well. Okay, now what I'm doing in September as well, I'm putting safeguards in place. Okay, what I mean by that is because I had a reading slump in August, I don't want another one, and in order to prepare for a reading slump that may happen or may not happen, I hope it doesn't, I've got some short, really good books in the pipeline as well. So I've got this one here that I bought recently called Confessions of the Dead by James Patterson and J.D. Barker, which looks really, really interesting. I think it's going to be a dark book with horror elements. I always find a James Patterson book a very quick read and a very easy read because the word economy is pretty good. There's always longer chapters, or shorter chapters, sorry, which make for very quick reading, and I'll read them back to you. We'll see what this is about. The Dead Tell No Tales. Hollows Bend is a picture-perfect New England town. The crime rate, 0, is a point of pride for Sheriff Ali Pritchett. The day the stranger shows up is when the troubles start. The sheriff and her deputy investigate the mysterious teenage girl. None of the locals can place her. She can't or won't answer any questions. She won't even tell them her name. While the girl is in protective custody, the officers are called to multiple crime scenes, leading them closer and closer to a lake outside of town that doesn't appear on any map. So, sounds like a really good mystery, something really, really dark. It's going to be a fairly easy read, but even if I don't have a reading slump, I'm actually going to read this, so should be really, really good. And I'm also going to get back into a little bit of manga as well. I haven't read manga in a little while, and I have had Vinland Saga book 2 sitting on my shelf for quite some time. And these can be read in a single sitting. They are very low commitment. When I read the first book of this series, I was captivated by the artwork. It was absolutely incredible and a fascinating story as well, and it's high time I got it read, and it'll be a really nice quick read as a palate cleanser between, say, of Blood and Fire and Tress perhaps, but yeah, the artwork is very, very stunning, and it's a long series too. I think there's about 30 odd volumes in the series. It's just going to be sensational, and I'm really looking forward to that. And finally, in September, I'm also going to be squeezing in a few Doctor Who Target novelizations, especially since I had such a great time with Doctor Who and the Giant Robot featuring the Fourth Doctor. So I'm planning on continuing the Fourth Doctor adventures in order. So the next books I have chosen to read are going to be Doctor Who and the Loch Ness Monster, The Revenge of the Cybermen, and Doctor Who and the Genesis of the Daleks, which I'm really looking forward to because they are low commitment reads. They are very short. All three of these are under 200 pages, and they are very entertaining, and when you read them you can picture the Fourth Doctor in your head, because Terrence Dix in particular does a really good job at writing the Fourth Doctor. And I really must get into watching some of the old episodes as well, but some of them are as rare as hen's teeth. So there you go, guys. That is just some of the reading I have planned for September. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Offer up any comments below, and I will promise to deliver the best content I can. But until the next video, guys, happy reading.